Hey, what's up, guys? This is Andrew from Store 175. We got a job here, and it is 15 degrees off axis. And I'm going to show you guys how to fix that if you ever run into it. So my axis is supposed to be 145, but I'm getting at 130. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lens, I'm going to walk over here to my axis marker, and I'm going to set it up how I normally would. So I have my lens set, and I'm going to mark it with the correct axis. And I'm going to tape it up. I'm going to use one of these blocks to support my lens, since it's plastic and it will shatter. And I'm going to grab the correct block, and I'm going to block it at the correct axis. Now you don't have to do anything really different. It's pretty much the same motion as you would if you were just blocking up the lens from scratch. The only new part is you would add this block, so it's less stress on the lens, less likely to break. And what I like to do here is I like to take a China marker and take it over my lens here. I want to get closer. And just kind of mark all over the lens. Now it doesn't make sense now, but it will when I start finding it again, as it will be easier for me to tell what hasn't been touched. And I'll pop that off. Alright. Now I'm going to bring it straight back over a cylinder machine. I need to find the tool that I just used. I have my tool. I'm just going to make sure I dry it off really well, or else that pad's going to come straight off. I'm going to grab my finding pad, place it on my tool, and I'm going to start refining. Now you're just going to wait about 30 seconds, see how much is taken off, see how much you have left to go. Alright, as you see, I still have a lot of lens that hasn't been touched by the finding pad, so I'm going to throw it back on. After about another 30 seconds, you see I still have some lens here and down here that hasn't been touched. So I'm going to throw on for maybe about another 15. If I feel like it's not reaching those edges, I can also grab another pad and just throw it on top. Now as you see here, it's gotten pretty much all of the lens. So I think we're ready to throw it back on the polisher for a full cycle.
So as you can faintly see here, this method isn't perfect. I have some small swirl marks on those edges of the lens where the finding pad wasn't fully finding. But as you can see here, it does end up making cutout. Some common causes for the axis being off in the lens can be the wrong axis given during the pre-block process, using an incorrect axis on the axis marker, deviating from the axis while blocking, and the cylinder machine rocker arms being off axis. Things to look out for after refining are waves in the lens, unwanted decentration of the power of the lens, swirls in the lens, and thickness of the lens. Note that the further off axis the lens was, the more likely these issues are to come up.